Nitrogen fertilizer fuels our crops.
We're headed towards 9 billion people by 2050. We want to be able to feed those people.
But fertilizer is costly for farmers.
These products that we put out, cost money. If you make good yields, you're okay, but if you average year, it's going to be tough to make money.
And fertilizer is costly for the environment.
Nitrogen in the wrong place can cause problems in surface waters and groundwaters in the air.
And it also emits a really potent greenhouse gas called nitrous oxide that's 300 times more powerful than carbon dioxide.
It's time to try something new.
That's the biggest problem with farming, is guys not challenging the status quo.
I think there is a group of farmers out on the leading edge.
Walmart set an ambitious goal.
Walmart had a goal to reduce 20 million metric tons of greenhouse gases from their supply chain. What they found, surprisingly, was that fertilizer was actually a huge hotspot for them.
And that was a big aha, as big as a footprint as we have. You'd think that's where the impact is, but no, it's upstream.
So Walmart engaged its suppliers.
Smithfield Foods is the largest pork producer in the world. They are unique because they are a food company, but they also purchase grain directly. So it let us see that whole supply chain in between the farmer and the retail outlet.
The key? Use fertilizer efficiently.
Every unit of fertilizer costs a lot of money.
What we have to do is use the right amount in the right place so that it's more efficient. So that way you'll get better crop yields and you'll also be losing less fertilizer off of fields.
So Smithfield set out to get farmers help.
Farmers need somebody that they can talk to on a daily basis if they need to, and somebody that they can identify with that really understands what they're doing and then can go back and provide help.
Help farmers access better technology.
Part of our toolkit this year is an optical sensor that farmers use to help do variable rate nitrogen.
The new technology basically senses the greenness of the crop.
So that as you drive across the field in real time, you're getting variable rate nitrogen. Smithfield thought it'd be a really good idea for farmers to have an optical sensor. But when we looked at how to implement that as a part of our toolkit, we realized that it was a pretty expensive undertaking.
What we told farmers was, look, if you'll pay for the installation, which was a very small fraction of the cost, then you can utilize this technology free for a year or 2 years.
Help farmers learn new techniques.
A cover crop is a crop that you would not harvest, but is simply planted for the sake of ground cover and benefit to your future crops in your rotation.
It's a new concept to many farmers. We've got to explain why would you spend money on a crop you're not going to harvest? What are the downstream benefits?
Our mix is 50% legumes that we ended up going with because we want to save as much money as we possibly can on nitrogen going into wheat.
By introducing these multi-species cover crops, you're trying to mimic nature and you're trying to do things in a different way that not only makes you more viable, but you're reducing nitrogen, you're reducing runoff, you're reducing chemicals, and all that's good as long as we remain profitable.
The next step, more help for more farmers.
I have a big vision that this project is going to grow until we can have farmers across the nation that are involved and as passionate about it as we are about it.
This whole process that we're going through is where we'll have to be. And if we don't embrace this now, we're going to be so far behind. So we've got to find these nuggets that we can fix, that we can scale, that we can move on with.
I think a good phrase is, I saw it on a business slogan one time, don't treat your soil like dirt. The media thinks we're out there on our tractors saying we're going to create another algae bloom. We're not doing it on purpose. We're trying to make a living, and it's just, we want to be as good as we can be.
The environmental success definitely goes hand in hand with the business success because the goal is to get to that rate of fertilizer where we're getting enough for the crop but not any excess, and that excess represents both pollution and a wasted cost to the farmer. The farmer doesn't want to see his nitrogen going down the river any more than we want to see it going down the river.
Farming's in a really difficult time right now. Markets are down, input costs are up, and Smithfield recognizes that. So if we can help these farmers with their budgets, with their planning, and with their inputs to better optimize all of their tools, then that's a success for them and a success for us.